It's just easier. I'll come back after they leave. Okay, so back to where I've been. As you can see, I am in the hospital. Um, Sunday night, I had sprung a fever after being in a lot of pain all day on Saturday. In pain all day Sunday, and then broke out into a fever, all that jazz. Monday morning, we came into the ER because I had a fever still. And all the pain was coming from my belly. However, so I wasn't fully thinking a line infection or anything like that. But either way, we have to come in and get checked out. Well, I ended up getting admitted. They drew blood cultures. Sorry, this is really bright in my eyes. Um, they drew blood cultures and labs, and I think they did some imaging. I don't remember. Also, this is not going to be a long stream because I am exhausted. But bear with me if I doze off accidentally. I just had meds. But anyway, trying to keep going. So they admitted me to run antibiotics until the cultures popped up positive or negative or whatever they did. I am really thankful though, because with my history, you never know what it is, and they still jumped into action and started antibiotics and stuff like that. It was really good. This is a very good hospital. You know, it's a little more like a local hospital, but sorry, I'm thirsty as heck. But they are really good. So we've been in getting antibiotics, and then a couple of days ago, not yesterday, Wednesday maybe? Hello. Wednesday, I had not slept from Monday through till honestly last night. But, hello. Hello, hello. My day is so-so. Anyway, I woke up after I had finally fallen asleep for 15 minutes. And I woke up after those 15 minutes in excruciating pain. Like, from my low back down to my pretty much toes was in extreme pain. And it was like take my breath away pain. I don't often get woken up by pain, but this was really bad. It took us, honestly, until this morning to really get the pain under control. I was awake for 3 days straight. I've been awake for 4 days straight before, but let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This was actually 4 days. The only sleep I had gotten was like either Monday or Tuesday. I think I took a 2-hour nap, but it was rough. Anyway, that night I woke up and I just had a really like awful feeling, you know, regarding the pain. The only time I had ever had pain like this before was when I was like 20 and I had some sort of infection. We're not sure what, but I then also pretty much lost the use of my legs. I say I lost the use of my legs. I could not support myself on them. I could not control them well. I just wasn't, it was, yeah. Um, so when this pain started, I was terrified. The main thing, though, we needed to get the pain under control because it was like I was in tears from this pain last night even. But took us a while. But because I was in for a suspected infection in the first place, we had the infectious disease doc come in yesterday. Or was it the day before yesterday? I don't know. And he weighed in on it because my cultures were negative. Hey, Shay. I'm struggling a bit. But this particular thing was, it was not great. Thankfully, I will say when it comes to Washington's here or hospitals in Washington versus Kansas, I've been treated a whole different way. I was constantly being belittled, told that they thought I was faking or they thought I was drug seeking or things like that simply for getting treated for allergic reactions. And here they just listened and understood, and instead of being, belittled about my mast cell activation syndrome, I have been 100% supported here. I am highly reactive to antibiotics, so I let them know that, and they're like, well, we'll get some Benadryl. We'll order some Benadryl for you to have. And she asked me about my home regimen for that and she's like, well, we're resting, we don't want to upset your stomach more than it is, so we'll probably do it IV. And because I do have to take such a high oral dose, she was like, I don't think pharmacy would approve that, so IV is a better option. So we started off on 50 milligrams of IV Benadryl every 6 hours. And we noticed that last 2 hours I was really struggling. Hang on one sec, I gotta get a drink of water. Well, not water, but juice. I have juice tonight. Shay, I've got to show you something, by the way. Unfortunately, my button for the light above my bed the light above my bed does not work at all. So I don't have the ability to get up and change the light right now. Yes, Shay. Night and day, comparatively. Night and day. But I was definitely reactive to the antibiotics. I was dealing with a lot of itching. One of my big symptoms for reacting to medications is my lips go numb and the back of my throat gets numb and kind of weird. And that was happening. Well, and then we noticed that I was not making it the 6 hours. I was really struggling those last 2 hours. And so I talked to the doctor, and she's agreed to change it to every 4 hours. And she said, let's try 25 milligrams every 4 hours. Yes, it's lower, but we're doing it more often. Blue, give me one moment to finish this, and I will answer that question for you. So we switched it up for about 24 hours with every 4 hours with 25 milligrams. And while we had better coverage as far as timing goes and how long symptoms were controlled, we weren't getting the symptoms as controlled at the lower dose. So I'm like, can we switch it up again to the 50? Well, they did me one better, and he switched it up to 50 milligrams every 4 hours. And so that's what I've been on this last few days, and it has worked wonders. I am still having a lot of breakthrough reaction stuff, but it is a lot easier to control, when you're properly medicated. They are also, I'm on pain meds every 4 hours as well. Anyway, real quick to answer your question, Blue, I have several different chronic illnesses, all of which we think stem from one underlying condition that is a connective tissue disease. When your connective tissues are messed up, it affects every single system in your body. Your digestive tract is made up of connective tissues and all of these things. Your blood vessels, your muscles, your nerves, like everything has collagen in there to hold it together. And mine's all messed up. So I have a condition that causes me to go into anaphylaxis. I have a paralyzed stomach. I have hypermobility. I have a condition where when I stand up, my heart rate shoots up really high and I pass out a lot, or I have like pre-syncope type of symptoms. So it's kind of a lot of them, but you know, they all kind of stem from one big one or one or two big ones. I also have a genetic disease from my father's side. Sorry, bear with me. This is part of the reaction stuff. I also have a condition that comes from my father's side of the family, which isn't related to all of what's going on now, but it is what caused my original health issues. Anyway, to finish the story, where did I leave off? I don't even know. This isn't supposed to be that long. I want to go take a nap, but we'll see. So one of the problems we've been having, because my line had to get pulled due to it being broken and possible infection, it had to be taken out. So we've had to do regular peripheral IVs. I had my 7th IV put in since Monday, as of last night, early this morning. So, needless to say, I'm a freaking pincushion. There's not many other places we could go for an IV at this point. They keep blowing and everything so quickly. But I am getting my new line on Monday from the sounds of it. Fingers crossed it's Monday. But we shall see. And the whole back thing sprung up after we got here, like it wasn't the reason we came in. However, it's definitely going to be the reason I'm kept in. But last night the pain was so bad. I don't often cry from pain. I don't often say my pain level is at a 10. I've actually been pretty stubborn about that this whole dang time. But last night, it felt like every bone in my body felt like it was going to explode or be torn apart. It felt like my muscles were all being squeezed at the same time as they were being stretched. And then my bones felt like they were going to explode. So Chloe was up here with me a lot yesterday, and then finally went to go back to our friend's house for dinner and to go to bed, and I had to call them. I called them sobbing, absolutely sobbing, because I was in so much pain. So they had done a quick run over to see the cats last night, so they grabbed a bunch of stuff that I wanted, such as more of my comfort items. And then they came up here and stayed with me last night, which was very needed. So, yeah. Last night we literally had to throw the book at the pain. Like, there was so much pain. We tried so many things. To the point of my doctor had given me, sorry, bear with me if I slightly doze off. I'm trying to push through the meds for a minute. Anyway, so I was sobbing, and it was right around shift change when that happened. And my wonderful nurse, Stacy, and the night shift nurse came in, and they saw me, and the night shift nurse was like, "Hey, as soon as I get through saying hi to everybody and report, I'll come get meds for you." Well, that's where my nurse, Stacy, was so wonderful. She actually stepped in and was like, "No, I'm going to go grab these meds. I'm not going to make you suffer in pain for the next who knows how long. So she went and grabbed my dose of Dilaudid and gave that to me. It took so much medication to get that pain under control last night. We had IV Dilaudid, and then we had IV Benadryl, IV Zofran. They doubled my dose of my pain med orally, well, through my tube. And they also doubled my insomnia medication as well to really try to hit it hardcore and just shut it down. They also had put me on a muscle relaxer as well, so that helped. Sorry, I was... Ugh. Anyway. I'm doing a little bit better today as far as that goes. Pain is a little bit more under control. It's not great right now, but it'll be okay. And I found out today that I get my new line on Monday. So anyway, the story. The infectious disease doctor was really nervous about the back pain and issues, symptoms that I was having, combined with we thought I had an infection. So he did a CAT scan. We think that the back pain is coming from a pinched nerve that I have going on that they saw. I have a few things going on in my back at this point. But one that was really odd, completely unrelated to this, not what is causing the pain. There is evidence that I had an old compression fracture in my spine on one of the vertebrae. I had no idea about that. So I can add broken back to my list of crazy things that happened to me. So I am in the hospital still till Monday at least, because I do have to get my central line done with anesthesia. They couldn't do it today. I have to fast beforehand, so stuck for a couple more days. I hate it. I've already missed one game night. I don't want to miss tomorrow's. Like, ugh, I hate being here. But we're hopefully on the mend. And I think I may know what caused the abdominal pain so much. I have a feeling that I was battling a partial blockage because the last couple days, the abdominal pain was bad, and then all of a sudden I started having the bowel movements, but I was passing so much gas. I have never had so much gas in my life. Never in my life. Sorry if this is TMI, but yeah, it was bad. But still doing that today, but you know, we're on the mend with that, and I think we'll be okay here in the next few days. It's going to take a lot of resting because with this nerve, oh my God, my body is so angry. But anyway, on to the thing. Spidey Boy, Eli, hello friend. Sorry you're struggling with so much right now. Sending you lots of hugs. I love your jammies. Thank you. This is actually just a t-shirt that I made. I have two similar to it. But it is a really comfy shirt. I love it. But I have a couple of I have a new member of the family to introduce you all to. This is Bella, the cow. One of our littles in the system has a huge obsession with cows. So she's so excited about this plushie. It is also weighted, both in the head and the belly and the feet. So she's so soft. This was from our friend Sunny. It's so comfy and wonderful, and I have literally had this thing on top of me a lot because it just feels so good. And then last night I had Chloe pick up Mr. Benny, my giant little dinosaur. He is not little at all. Weighted plushies are amazing. Yes, they are. I know, and then Chloe also bought me a bear. I would get it right now, but I am laying down, and sitting up is one thing that triggers the pain a lot. Like, I can sit up, but it's like the act of sitting up hurts so bad. So I'm just staying laying down today. Oh, one nice thing about having my partner nearby and coming to the hospital is I actually got to go out of my room today. They got to put me in the chair and go out in the room, which was amazing. I haven't had that in years. Other than Stuffy's What Come for Items help me sleep. You're looking at it right here. I have two silky blankies that I sleep with. Um, oh yeah, this is my newest plushie. This is a little cow with a little sunflower, and one of the littles in the system named her. This is Bella Sunny or Bella Sunflower, because our friend Sunny gave it to us, but also she has a sunflower in her hair. She's super, super soft. You guys, like, oh my god, so soft. And she has been, oh, I love this thing. It's really calming and helps me, feels more like you're being hugged or like the cat's sitting on me or something, and I love it. Yeah. Back onto the sleep thing, yes. I have pacifiers. I use them every night. My blankies, my plush. I don't actually really sleep with plushies that often. I think Bella's gonna make it into the nighttime plushie, rotation. Obviously Neo right here. You all know Neo, my T.Y. St. Bernard. He's gone to every single hospital thing with me, like ever, since his existence. So, I am happy to have him. He is due to be restuffed, though. He's got a gaping hole in him that I have safety pinned right now. I just bought new stuffing. I bought that really cool cluster stuffing, kind of similar to what's in Squishmallows, but bought some more stuffing, and I'm going to stuff him. I'm honestly debating about stuffing Benny again with that stuff, because it's so nice. But I don't want to open him up if I don't have to. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm so tired. I'm medicated to all heck. Yeah, I actually pretty much have a pacifier on us at all times. Sorry, I'm doing the dozing. He'll be really squishy and soft. Yes, I would love to actually kind of restore him in a way. Like, I may actually do some research on like how to properly wash him and all this stuff, and condition his hair and brush it out and all that. But we shall see. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of what's up. So I am gonna go ahead and get off of here real soon because I need a nap. I have been awake all day since about 7:30 this morning. Which pacifier do I have? I actually have one that I made myself. I found a new style of pacifiers and I absolutely love them. But I made myself a Land Before Time themed one. I also have a Bluey one with us in the bag as well, so yeah. But I am gonna go ahead and go, guys. I have to sleep when I get the chance because I don't sleep well. But I should be around. I don't know if I'll be around tomorrow or not. Depends on a couple things. I'm trying to see if I can get some friends to come visit me tomorrow. We'll see. It's not D&D, but Seventh Seas, which is very much like D&D in ways for our game group, and so I don't know if any of them will come tomorrow. I'm trying to get them to do so, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap, guys. I will definitely update you all at the very least once I'm home and let you know how everything else went. I mean, it's all gone well. Okay, I talked about this on TikTok a little bit, but I have been blown away. This is the last thing I'll talk about, then I'm going to bed. I have been blown away by how different the hospital here, the doctors here are like in Kansas. If I were reacting to an antibiotic like I have been, I would be fighting for every milligram of Benadryl that I could get. They worry about drug seeking all the time. Like every person is basically suspicious until otherwise. But here, like every time I've been in pain or having an allergic reaction, they give me Benadryl, and they give me a good sized dose of it. Like 50 milligrams of IV Benadryl is a lot, but they just willingly are like, here you go. And I appreciate it so much because mast cell is so hard, and we have to take so much of that stuff. So when doctors play around and are like, here's a kid dose, we try so hard not to laugh in their face and yet stay cool because we get so frustrated with them. But here, it's just been wonderful. Like, hey, you're in pain. Would you like some pain meds? You need Benadryl? Okay, here you go. It's been wonderful. And my doctors at this hospital are just, not doctors, my nurses at this hospital are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And not that I've ever had nurses be horrible. I've had a few that I didn't like very much just because we clashed personality wise, but I don't remember even with that being a problem. So, anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I'm literally starting to doze off mid sentence. So, it is time to let my body nap. So, I will see you all later. Have an awesome night, guys, and I'll update you as soon as I can. Bye.